Hi guys, how are we doing? So I'm going to back with another little video, and lucky enough to take delivery of this Digex C50 from Pulsar yesterday. This one is my unit. I've been waiting for 3 months and I'm glad it's here, believe me. So I thought I'd just do a little unboxing video, show you what you get when you buy one of these units. There's various different options, so I ended up getting the C50 with the Wi-Fi, so I know they've released the same unit without Wi-Fi to give the other options slightly cheaper, and then you can get it with an IR illuminator from them guys, and there's 2 options for that, or you can get it without and use your own aftermarket one. They all work the same, but I know that Pulsar one is a cracking little IR. I actually got the one without any IR at all, but judging by the feature, which I'll talk about in a little minute, there's not a lot of times you're going to need it unless you're out in the pitch black, but we'll get onto it anyway. So it comes in this nice little box. As always, the package is quality. It always looks good. Always try and keep it in good nick because I think they look great. And then inside the sleeve you get this other box, and open it up, and as with all these units like the Digex, the Thermions, things like that, you get this nice carry case. Of course you get the menu, but if you're a man, nobody really reads it anyway. If you've used Thermions and any of the Pulsar scopes, you can use all of them pretty much. Just a nice little sticker about the Stream Vision 2 app, which is the app you need to, link to the scope, download your footage. You can have someone else, your spotter, with you. You can use it and look through the phone or the iPad or whatever it is. Move this out of the way. Put it over here. So yeah, like I said, nice little carry case. This is the first time I've opened it. Of course I know what comes in these things anyway, but this will be the first day. It only came yesterday, so I figured I'd crack on with the video. I don't know how well you can see, but what I'll do, show you a little look, and then I'll turn it around to me and get every bit out. So inside, you're going to get, everything's wrapped in plastic, all well protected. So you get obviously the plug for the USB, for charging the internal, and then obviously, as you know, and I'll show you in a minute if you don't know already, there's 2 batteries to these units. So you'll have the internal one that's built into the actual tube, and then you've got the external batteries as well, which you can swap out for a larger one. Hence this turret, which is the bigger turret. So then you can go away, get the bigger battery if you want to give you a bit more life. The rubber eyepiece to go on the end, which I don't like personally. They're quite useful when it is still light out, and it'll cut anything, any surrounding light out. So they are useful, but for me, I like leaving them off. I think I like it looks better, and it's a bit more traditional. Looks like a more traditional day scope, This little dock as well, that takes 2 batteries, so that's the battery which I'll show you in a minute that comes in the unit itself. Pop that in, plug it into the wall, and there's lights that run across here just to show you where you're at with the charge. All little plastic bags. You get 2 leads, 2 USB leads, USB-C, one to plug into this unit itself here, and then one to plug into the plug. One will charge the external batteries, and one will charge the internal battery in the unit itself. The 2 leads there. And then you get like a little Picatinny adapter here with an Allen key just to put your IR torch, if you need one, your external one. And there's many other uses for these things, but it's nice that they put that in there. And nice little touch with the Pulsar microfiber cloth, just for keeping it clean. And then the unit itself. Just move this out of the way so I can actually get it out and you can have a look. So if you're not familiar with the Digex, it's not a thermal, it's a digital daytime and nighttime scope, so 24/7 use. You can use this in the day, and you can use it at night, and also this twilight mode, which I'll talk about in a minute, sort of uses that last available light in the day. So when the human eye doesn't see very well, you can't pick it up. This has got clever, really clever, impressive feature that you just turn the front here, it'll flick it to twilight mode, and it basically turns what you think is night back into day in full colour, which is very impressive. What I'll do as well is, as I'm talking, I'll try and upload some footage of that just to give you an idea what it looks like, and I'll put it up here in the corner. So yeah, like I said, it's full colour from sunset to dusk, and then you use that twilight mode just before it's pitch black, and then what you'll do then is just switch it to night vision, pop your IR on, and then you've got a good 500 metre viewing range with the IR. Depending on the strength of your IR as well, obviously you can change them about, and you may get a little bit more. But the two Pulsar ones, I know the 850 I think gives you the further 550 meters, and then the other one will give you the 500 meters, but I mean that's plenty. You don't really need to be shooting that far. It's good for identification and knowing something's out there, but yeah, it's impressive. So the battery life in these things are great as well. So as I said a minute ago, the little turret on the top, which is the shorter one, comes with this battery that just sits on the top. That one will be the one that you charge externally. So you'll pop it in a little dock like this when it's in the wall. The light will come on and it'll be flashing green, and then you'll know when it's full because it'll just stop flashing. And they're super quick, so you can just in out, there's no messing around, it doesn't screw in, doesn't screw out. These turrets are really easy, they just pop straight back on, but they're solid enough that they're not going, there's no play, they're not going to jump off or anything like that. And then of course, inside there's another internal battery. So how it works is it will always work off this external one first, and then once that runs out of charge, it'll switch over to the internal battery and just keep you going, and you should get about 10 hours in total. A bit more if you get the larger battery in the top, but this 10 hours is plenty. You know, that's a good night's shooting, 2 nights depending on, you know, how active you are with it. Some of the features, so there's 5 shooting profiles inside, so 5 different profiles, rifle profiles, and each one has 10 different zeroing distances within it. So in theory you can sort of pop this off one gun straight onto the other, and it should remember. As long as you've saved your profiles and you know what rifle it's on and what distance it's at, it's nice that you can just swap it around. Yeah, lots of reticle choices as well. I think it's 10 off the top of my head, reticle choices, and then colours within them reticles as well. And that's just personal preference as to what you like, what you're used to. Picture-in-picture mode, as with all the other units, so all the Thermions, anything else that Pulsar scopes do, you get the picture-in-picture mode there. So all the buttons are here. So there's a power button there. It's a nice quick 3-second start up. So you'll hit that, and that will also, one tap of it will sort of switch you from the day mode to the black and white, which is the night vision. And then your zoom button here is on the left hand side and your record button on the right. So it does take photos, record video with a sound, and it's got 16 gig inbuilt memory on that, so there's plenty of memory there to record your shooting and any other footage that you want to get off of it. The zoom, it's 3.5 base mags all the way up to 14 times digital zoom, and you can either tap the zoom or you can sort of press it once, and you can use the little menu button on the side as a scroll, which I prefer. There's a bit more control over it that way. And then yeah, while I'm there, that is your menu button. So all your main menu features, so things like your zeroing has one-shot zero, any reticle choices, turning on the Wi-Fi on and off, turning the mic on and off, and all the shooting profiles, everything like that are all within that menu. So any other settings, time, date, whether you want, it's got a stereometric rangefinder, so whether you want yards or meters, that's all within that menu there, and they're all just nice and easy. One tap, one short tap and one long tap, and then moving up and down the menu. How you would charge the other side while I'm in the middle of the unit is, as the turret was on the top, you just turn it, the same on the side, pop that off, and then put your USB-C lead on the side there, and that's how you charge the internal battery. I know it's rated for a high caliber recoil as well, so up to 12 gauge shotgun I think. Not that you would necessarily put that on that, but you know, when I was at the factory I did see them, and they do put these through a lot of testing, rugged testing, and we got to see the recoil testing, and you know, it's impressive stuff. It's IPX7 waterproof as well. Not that you want to do this either, but you can put it in a meter of water for up to an hour, I think it is. If you're doing that, there's more to be worried about than the scope being waterproof. Someone needs to sort of come and check you're alright, I think. 1024 by 768 AMOLED display, and yeah, it's a great image. So moving up the front of the scope is where you focus here, so there's a focus ring there, you can see me turn it left and right, and that's to get you the better image quality. And then here, which is a nice little feature, whether you can see that on the camera or not, but there's a moon and a sun, and that's how you'll switch it from twilight mode, from daylight mode to twilight mode. Nice little lens cap on the front. Don't pull it, doesn't need to be pulled, just a little tiny flick like that. There's a button there, and that'll come right out of the way and protect the lens. Pop it back on. So yeah, like I said, you can get this with or without Wi-Fi. For me, I do like the Wi-Fi option, just gives you a lot more, you know, ease of use. If you want to download your footage while you're out in the field, you can do that. And for those of you that sort of edit your footage on your phones, it's a lot easier. So yeah, I would recommend getting the Wi-Fi if you can. But yeah, Digex C50 from Pulsar, and I'm going to do another video doing the zeros, showing you the zeroing process, and you'll see some of the footage with the twilight, the night vision. We'll mount it on a gun, probably pop it on an air rifle at first, and then we'll do some ratting and rabbit shooting with it, and I'll get you some videos. But appreciate you coming along to watch it. Like, subscribe. Got any questions, comment below. Drop me a message by all means. I'm happy to help whoever I can. Till next time, thank you very much.